They just keep trying to push a red flag law down our throats, and another attempt has been made. Before I jump into this one, I'm angry about this, and you guys should be too. Before I jump into this, I want to thank the United States Concealed Carry Association. The USCCA has a lot of training and education, and they help train and educate people what happens before, during, and after a lawful self-defense situation. And if you become a member, then they have ways in which they can help you when you decide to help yourself or others. If you want more information on how the USCCA can help you, hit the link uscca.com/G&G. It's in the description of the video, as well as in the pinned comment. Thank you to USCCA for being such a big supporter of this channel. I also want to take a moment and thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers. We had an issue with my cousin over the weekend, and we lost him. It's been tough, really tough on the family. So thank you for everybody for your thoughts and prayers. It's really helped comfort a very difficult situation. I also want to thank, I got a couple Christmas cards in. I usually keep my stuff private, but these made my day. Vic, Dee Dee, and Sadie, the Great Dane, thank you so much. I love this. I also got one here from Natick, Mass. Surfer Joe and Frankie, thank you so much. Thank you all. It really means a lot to me that somebody would take the time to send me a card. And I'm not asking for them. I'm just saying thank you for those who have. So this is going to be an emotionally charged video, and I'm going to tell you about two new things on red flag legislation. But first, I need you to understand just how hard our elected officials, those who are there to support and defend the United States Constitution, how hard they're pushing to violate our rights. Just this year alone, I had to make a list just so I could stay on task, because it's been a rough couple days and my fuse is short and I am fired up. Just this year alone, I have told you I've done videos on. In February, Marco Rubio, Senator, pro-gun Marco, right? He put forth again S-292, which is a national red flag bill, into the Senate. Also in February, I told you that Biden was trying to have doctors initiate red flags on patients. And then in May, I told you that the national red flag, I think it was a national extreme risk prevention order bill, was submitted in the House by Representative Carbajal, and I believe it was H.R. 2377 off the top of my head. In June, the Department of Justice published model legislation for any state that was looking to violate the rights of their citizens. In July, there was red flag language in the budget bills. In September, 135 Republicans signed on to a bill, the National Defense Authorization Act, that had obvious red flag language in it for the military. And then when we called their asses out, they promised to get it taken care of, which it was removed. But what did we have to give up? Why couldn't we figure it out before it was submitted, where we had to give and take and negotiate? And then all those patriotic Republicans were crying and up in arms because we called them out. And then in December, just a couple weeks ago, on December 7th, I told you about the one-time workaround where Mitch McConnell had allowed these Democrats to push through stuff without having to overcome the filibuster and cloture. And I told you I was really worried about that. And it appears as though I was very well rooted in the things I was saying, and the things I was hearing were good and solid as well. Because I'm going to tell you about something. First off, the good part, I would guess, is that the Supreme Court of the United States of America has distributed for conference the case of PZ versus New Jersey. PZ versus New Jersey is a direct challenge to red flag language, red flag laws. I've covered this case prior. Quick rundown, quick synopsis, and I'm not going to quote things, and if I get something wrong, forgive me, because I'm just going off of my memory from a couple months ago. PZ was served with, I think it was a restraining order. They seized his guns for safekeeping, and in the process, they realized that PZ had an AK, and in New Jersey, they name specific makes and models, and anything that is specifically identical, I believe is their exact terminology, specifically identical. Here in Massachusetts and other states, we have a copycat or duplicate, same tyrannical bullshit, but it was specifically identical to banned items, so they deemed that it was an assault weapon, thus he was violating the law, and they refused to give him his firearms back, even though a judge struck down the order he was served, and they banned him for life on his Second Amendment rights because of a firearm that he had that New Jersey just doesn't like. Well, that case is now sitting before the justices of the United States Supreme Court. It's been distributed for conference. I think it went out, Wednesday last week. So I'll stay up on that. Hopefully we get a writ of certiorari and they challenge it. Don't forget, we already have a small victory in a similar set of circumstances where the police were told that it was unconstitutional for them to seize firearms under the community caretaker provision or exemption of the Constitution here in Massachusetts. And at the time, everybody was asking me, what does this mean about red flags? And Justice Alito did say in that decision that while this does not rule on the constitutionality of red flags, that it would eventually make its way before the court and they would have to rule on that. And here it is. Hopefully this is the case. If they do take this up, I foresee red flags being... I foresee them being unconstitutional because they are. It's a blatant workaround to our rights. And I think that there is a fervor in the Supreme Court to address that. I could be wrong. I'm going to tell you about the other thing that I'm really worried about, really concerned about. For 3 years now, I've been telling you about the Violence Against Women Act. Now, this bill, previous to the last 3 years, was something that would come up, I think, every 5 years and would just basically everybody sign their name on it and then the program was allowed to continue. It was actually a bill that was authored by then Senator Joe Biden. Well, Nancy Pelosi decided she was going to smash red flag language into this bill 3 years ago. And since then, it's been held up because nobody wants to vote for this and have red flag as a national issue. Well, there's been some movement on this front, and it's concerning, and you should be paying attention. I'm going to break out something to read to you because, again, I don't want to screw this up, and I'll have a link to this down below as well. So H.R. 1620 is the Violence Against Women Act, or the Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act of 2021 to be specific. And on December 16th, anti-gun Senator Dianne Feinstein and her buddy Durbin, they joined arms with Republican Senators Ernst and Murkowski to announce this. They said that after nearly 3 years of negotiations, we have reached an agreement. We are committed to introducing a bipartisan, modernized Violence Against Women Act reauthorization next month. So in January, they're going to reintroduce a bill for the Violence Against Women Reauthorization Act. Now, immediately, Dianne Feinstein, Skeletor, went on to brag how this new agreement would expand the misdemeanor gun ban. There are certain misdemeanors that they want to strip you of your constitutionally guaranteed right, a right that is not given to you by these asses in office. And they're looking for ways, backdoor ways, to chip and chip and chip, and little paper cut after paper cut after paper cut to chip away at the Second Amendment for the American citizens. Why is it that they don't want us armed? Why is it? Couldn't be all this tyranny running around, right?
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Well, what you absolutely need to do is understand this. It's going to take a squeaky wheel again. We've done it on a couple of occasions. The new Sons of Liberty. I need you guys and gals to spread the word. I need you to get more people to do what we're about to ask, because it's absolutely imperative, especially now that Mitch McConnell's given them a workaround of the filibuster in the Senate. With the makeup of the Senate, this absolutely should not pass. It should absolutely be stopped if these Republicans who were voted in on the coattails of Donald Trump, if you remember, everybody was saying, we're pro-2A, yay! And they got voted in. Well, they're proven to not be. Shocker. And it's time for us to call them out again. Put them on blast because they want that next paycheck. They want that next victory in November. And I'm going to tell you a couple things that you need to remember about the Violence Against Women Act. Section 102 had federal grants to fund firearm seizures, red flags. Sections 801 and 802 was a new form of red flag gun confiscation orders and a new and expanded misdemeanor gun ban. Section 1201 and 1202 was greater funding to prosecute tens of thousands of NICS denials including law-abiding gun owners who receive false positive denials. So if you were falsely denied on a NICS check by the bobos at the FBI, then this bill would have more money to charge you because of their mistake. Shocker. And then Section 1203, special appointments and deputizations to prosecute new gun controls. And we're going to remember that the ATF, it's only a small number of those people. They want more people to be able to do their job, and that's what this entails. These sections have absolutely nothing to do with violence against women. They have nothing to do with saving lives or stopping crime, because I haven't met a criminal once in my career that has ever followed a law. That's what makes them criminals. It's absolutely anti-2A. It's absolutely unconstitutional. And they're looking for people who will help them pass it if we let them. The Biden administration has taken loss after loss after loss, which is why, I don't know if you've noticed, there's a new push for the things that they're trying to do. Fear. Everybody should fear. It's getting cold out. Fear this again. It's ridiculous, and I'm sick and tired of it, and I know you are too. And it's time to demand these people do what they're supposed to do. I'll have a link down below for Gun Owners of America. GOA's put out a national alert, and it just makes it very easy for you to reach out to your senators. Guys and gals, look, I really don't care if your senator is anti-gun. I really don't care if your senator is Feinstein or Pocahontas. I really don't care. It's not time for us to just give up and throw our hands up just because who they are. Pepper them anyway. Make it difficult for them to get what they want done, because that's what they do. That's what the leftists do. That's what they do when they want something done. Let's use their own tactics against them. Call them. I'll have the switchboard number right down here, and I'll also put it in the description. Email them, Facebook them, tweet at them. Wherever they are, message them. Instagram, they're all there looking for all the attaboys and glam shots. Well, hit them up on this stuff, because this is what matters, not what dress they were wearing to a gala. Ain't that right, AOC? So again, links will be down below. I hope this fired you up. I really, really do. And again, thank you to the people who have sent cards. Thank you to all of those who have sent prayers to our family in our time of need. It's been a tough year for us, and if it wasn't for you, the viewer, it would probably be a lot different for me, because I got to keep my mind busy. And I thank you all for being there. I thank you for viewing this channel. If you're viewing it and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing down below. I do know that sometimes people don't like to sign up for accounts, whether it's Google or whatever. I get it. But if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, it would help us grow and destroy that YouTube algorithm by hitting the thumbs up if you got anything out of it, and share it with like-minded folk. And until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun, keep you, yourself, your friends, your family safe. And there's a reason they want to disarm you so damn bad. Take care, everybody.